Well, hey there folks, welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here and it's time for another beer review, and we're carrying on with some local Shropshire and sort of West Midlandsy breweries. If you just found us here on YouTube, welcome along to the Hop House. We like hoppy beer, we like house music. If you like either of those or both, give us one of those. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel. So we're doing local beers, and these are beers that I picked up from a little off license in Oakengates. I've said before, I've been there a few times. Spoke to the chap who owned it, and I think he just got these local brewery bottled real ales in just to see how they sold. Since then, I think he's replaced them with more generic stuff, bigger brands. So I'm guessing they didn't sell very well, but fair play on him for trying. These bottles were £3 for £5.50. Do you want to see what we're going to review then in the third one of the batch today? Okay, so this is from Hop and Stagger Brewery. Excuse me. We've just done a Hop and Stagger beer. It was their Shropshire Pale Ale, 3.8%. And I've got a bit of a history with Hop and Stagger, not necessarily with the beer, but they used to run my local pub. So it was owned by Everards, as quite a few are around the country, and under Project Williams scheme, they rent them to local breweries to let them have like a tap house. So Hop and Stagger Brewery, their address is based Bridge North, but they're between the two towns on a farm, sort of in the middle of the country. And they had a pub in Bridge North and my local, which was also in Oakengates, the old Fighting Cocks. They didn't run it very well. Again, that's my opinion. I mean, I'm not a brewer, I don't work in the industry, but a lot of customers walked, they voted with their feet, and they went, there's three pubs opposite each other, and they went to them because they didn't like what they were doing. So, pub management wise, I'm not a fan. Although saying that, I just did the beer prior to this, I just did that, the Shropshire Pale, which is a 3.8% jobby. I wasn't majorly a fan of that either. Right, so this is the next one I'm going to do. So this is what we're reviewing right now, people. It is this from Hop and Stagger Brewery. It's their Golden Wonder. It's an easy drinking gold, and it comes in at 4.1% ABV. 500ml stubby bottle, little just plain black bottle cap. It says Hop and Stagger, delivering a great pint, believe in the value of gold. They've got a CEBRA assured independent craft brewer. Should we get it out into the glass? This was another one of the beers. Oh, there's a lot of CO2 release there. The last beer just appeared very, very hazy, but I don't think it was bottle conditioned. It just had shed loads of carbonation in it, and that did let off some steam when I opened the bottle. So let's see. Might not get much head, in this glass. I've got a bit. It's a lot clearer, this one though. Heck of a lot clearer. It is a golden to amber colour beer. If I hold it up a bit, you might be able to see it more in the natural light. Just seems darker down here, doesn't it? It's because of my t-shirt. Oh yeah. There you go. It's clear see-through beer, nice clarity on it. It is golden to amber, but it's white head. It is, yeah, I'd say golden. It just looks more amber in the camera, but if I hold it up there, the natural light sort of hits it a bit more. This was another beer that they had on in the old Fighting Cocks on cask. So I'm interested to see what it's like in a bottle, because it was my least favourite beer of theirs on cask. I'm not going to lie to you. But I wanted to give the beer a chance. The funny thing is when there was these two, and there was a porter, the Bridge North Porter, which they've won awards for, that was in this off licence. But when I went in there, the porter had gone. So, I mean, it won awards, so maybe that sold. But the Hop and Stagger beers were originally £3 for £6.50. And the first time I went in there, I looked at them and went, oh, Hop and Stagger's in here. They don't have the pub anymore. Routen Brewery have the pub, and I just looked at them and went, £3 for £6.50. They're wishing, aren't they? But then the last time I went in, all the bottles realised were £3 for £5.50. So I thought, yeah, go on then. I can get a couple of them, and I can get something else. So there you go. Bottoms up down the hatch. I'm way ahead of myself. Let's get some Aroma time. We're going to put that in there. We're going to give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Not much at all. A bit like the last beer. anything. Don't know if my nose is starting to bung up though. Sorry, I've got ahead of myself on a bottoms up down the hatch. Wasn't getting anything on the aroma, so I thought I'd delve in for a taste. Now, this is 4.1%. The previous beer, the Shropshire Pale, I think had a nicer body. This feels thinner. And there's not much going on there at all. Oh, I now have some aroma. Ooh, maybe I just need to jig it about a bit. Okay, the aroma's good. I'm getting the twiggy spice, twiggy hoppy element. Very earthy, twiggy, brambly, woodside, bushy, sort of walking through a forest smell, which is what you get from traditional hops. It's quite aromatic. That is it's a lot nicer smell than the last beer, I have to say. So I'll give them the aroma. A little bit of like a honey vibe on the taste. Not much on the back end though. The hop is all aroma rather than taste, which is a shame. Right, do a bit of later vision, sorry, it's got chilled haze, it's been in my shed, so it's quite cold. Right, bit of later vision, brought to you by the Hop House. See how it jigs in the glass, jig, 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 jig. If you do the old, try the old magic trick, see if you'll pick it up on camera. See the bubbles chasing the bottom of the head. I don't think the blooming camera ever picks it up, but to the human eye, I like it, it's good. Definitely like a honey vibe to it. A bit like the Hobson's beer we had earlier. Only the Hobson's beer was more prominent. This is a lot more laid back, or dare I say bland? I won't use the word bland. I just did, didn't I? It's a lot nicer smelling than it is tasting. Right, see what it says on the bottle then. This well-balanced golden ale has a citrusy fruity bitterness and a slight spice finish. A golden ale that has a great hop balance, easy drinking and with a nice bitter finish. Go on, give your fridge a treat, serve slightly chilled. Contains allergens, malted barley, wheat and sulphites, brewed in Shropshire. And the website is www.hopandstagger, that's the word and, not an ampersand, hopandstaggerbrewery.co.uk. Last time I looked on there, the website wasn't working. So whether it's just a website issue or whether they've actually gone out of business, I don't know. I've heard of another Shropshire brew that's gone out of business recently, which is quite sad, Woods Brewery. But Hop and Stagger wouldn't surprise me. But then again, I've heard that their pub in Bridge North, they do well at the pub in Bridge North. They should have done the prices they charge, Christ. But that smells really nice. Love the aroma on that. Aromatic wise, say I was getting nothing at the beginning, that's a lovely smelling beer. Well, I could stick my nose in there all day. That if it was on aroma alone, that would probably get 2 thumbs up. It would. There's a little bit of bitterness down the sides of the tongue. They get like a biscuit, like a bready malt, more bready than biscuity. But there's a taste of honey in there. I've got this sort of honey vibe going on. But it sort of peters out quite quickly and doesn't give you much on the back end. This hoppy aftertaste that they're talking about, hoppy bitterness, it isn't there. Oy vey, I'm struggling. I don't know what to give it, because body-wise it tastes thin. The Shropshire Pale Ale tasted, it had a bit more body about it. The smell is wonderful. Aromatic wise, absolutely bob on. And then the taste, it's got some flavour to it. It's not, I know I said it's a bit bland. I shouldn't use the word bland, because it's not. It's got flavour, it's just not, it's just lacking for me. I can see why people like that. I mean, they had three, so going back to when they ran the pub, they had three core cask beers on. So they had the Shropshire Pale, they had the Golden Wonder, and they had an IPA called the Triple Hop IPA. The Triple Hop IPA was the best. I believe they do that in bottles, but I've never seen it. I've just seen these two and the Bridgnorth Porter. They're the only ones I've seen in bottles. But the Triple Hop IPA was a clear winner. But the Golden Wonder, this, I think, probably sold to people that don't like hoppy beers, that don't like the sort of citrusy hoppy stuff, because there's none of that in there. It's more sweeter with the honey vibe going on. Because I remember there was an old fella that used to go in, and he used to drink that. He used to drink Golden Wonder, that and Everard's Tiger, which is it's like a best bitter type beer, and a copper sort of amber copper ale. Because you say, yeah, I'll have a pint of that. I don't want none of that bloody grapefruit citrus rubbish. So it worked well for people that don't like the hop forward stuff. But for me, I mean, this is opinion based. I'm not a brewer, I don't work in the industry, and I don't brew my own beer, so I'm no expert. So it's all opinion based. And I'm judging this on the beer alone, not on how they ran that pub. So on the beer alone, again, it's just under a half a thumb. It's not a full thumbs down. It's the smell that saves it, but the taste lets it down hugely, and there's nothing in the aftertaste. I should like the honey vibe to it, but it just doesn't. I don't know. There's just something about it that I'll give it a thumb in the middle, and that's being generous. It's not the best beer I've ever had. It's far from it. It's not the worst beer though. I've had a lot worse. Again, I'm really glad that I didn't pay 3 bottles for £6.50. I tell you that, because I would have felt like I'd been ripped off. I love the smell though. It's bizarre how different the smell and the taste is. The smell smells like a cracking golden ale. Really hoppy, twiggy. It's not in the taste. It's a bit honeyy. And then it just peters away to nothing. It's really average at best in the taste. It's bizarre. Have we got a best before on? I'll make sure that it's not like... Yeah, it's in date. It's a thumb in the middle. I'm not really bothered about drinking Hop and Stagger Brewery beer again. That's that really. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you again for another beer review right here on the Hop House. Ciao for now, people.